All right, everybody, this is Greg Arthur, and this is kind of a public service announcement. Andy and I were going through the comments on his show, and almost at least half of the comments were about what's going on with GameStop. What's happening with GameStop? How can I profit from GameStop? So Andy and I are just a real fast, quick message to you. Andy is he's gonna create a whole show for you, a whole training for you, so people can learn how to profit from what's going on with GameStop. So you don't want to hear me, you want to hear Andy. He's gonna be the guy that explains, what's going on and how he can help you. So Andy, come on in.
You know, it's funny, Greg, when coronavirus hit a year ago, I spent about a week with my phone blowing up. Andy, what do I do? What's going to happen? What do I do? And, it kind of went like this and died down. People left
Right.
me alone. People will not stop. And it was kind of fun. We have a thing we call the Mentor Club, and we use some options to get a risk-free position in this. And everyone that knows me knows that there's many ways to invest. My favorite isn't to enter the fray of crazy stuff, but so many people want to, and they want to get going. So if you're going to do it, then do it smart and do it with understanding risk and how to manage risk. Not every position is going to be able to be made risk-free, but we're going to demonstrate how we've approached it. For those that want to participate and want to learn, mostly it's about learning. So we're pretty fast, Craig and I. We
Very
went
fast.
from having a text about 2 minutes ago saying, "Hey, would people like to really learn more about this?" And I said, "Well, I won't do it in one day, because this isn't something like, oh, let's sit down for 10 minutes and understand it. This is an opportunity for people who want real education. So we're going to do a two-part series on this."
So can I interrupt you?
Yeah, please.
From our earlier call, my understanding was if you can give them enough training, you actually have a way to invest in this. And this is something I've never heard you say, because you are the king of risk management. But risk free, is that what you're saying?
Well, you never start with no risk, but you can adjust things very quickly often to become risk-free. And so we're going to talk about how that's done, what it looked like, what we did to get to that point. And, more importantly, people are going to learn a lot about, well, how, these hedge funds, in my opinion, they deserve to lose because they didn't hedge. How come you're a hedge fund if you didn't have your hedge in? How can they lose billions if they're not done right, or at least millions?
Right.
And so we're going to talk about that. What is it? A lot of people are just wondering, what is the short position stuff? I'd like to know what that is. Is there an opportunity there still, or no? And what is going to happen with social media from now on? They're thinking about attacking silver. So we're going to talk about that.
I was gonna say, like, this is something you want to learn, because these Reddit people, they're not done attacking.
Right.
And I even talked to Robert Kiyosaki, I think it was yesterday, about the opportunities with silver, because it
Yeah.
looks like it's happening again.
They're going to try and do it with silver. So it's a thing, right? And it reminds me of coronavirus. Here's something happening. Things are changing. My life is changing rapidly. How do I deal with that? We were very proud in March to be able to help people, because there's a lot of Johnny come latelys in situations like this. And so if someone says, well, I really wish I would have learned this a year ago, but here I am now. Can you help me? Of course, we'll always throw you the life preserver and help you.
Right.
But there's opportunities, and more importantly, there's things to know for the future. I mean, this is an important time, because it's not just about GameStop. What's going to happen with some of these other companies they're going to go after? Is there opportunity? Is there not? How does it change the market? What's going to happen? So we'll weigh in on all those things. So my team is awesome. Greg sent me a text, says, what do you think? Should we do a special event? I says, let's do a two-part event tomorrow night. My team put together, probably won't look like this when we send it out. This is just the first draft, but I'll share it with you. Is my team said, hey, let's call the name of this event Winning the GameStop Game. I think that's a great title. And we're gonna help you understand what's happening and how to position yourself, with this crazy, GameStop stuff that's going on. And it'll be a two-part series. It's going to be Tuesday and Wednesday, both at 8 p.m. Eastern, which I believe is 5 o'clock Pacific time. And some of the things we'll talk about is, what's happening. Is this really the best way to stick it to Wall Street? And who is Wall Street? And who's getting punched in the face here? We're going to talk about the different ways people are investing in this, a couple of different ways. And, there's some risk of pump and dump in here. How do you defend yourself? All this type of stuff. So that's the advertisement we're going to put out. But yeah, it's 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. It'll be free for people that want to join us. And we'll help people get their head around this. It's not something I can do in 5 minutes. And it's
Right.
certainly not something I can do in a few hundred characters on Twitter. And so we're going to go ahead and invest a couple of nights for people that really want to learn. If someone just wants to win the lottery, go buy a lottery ticket. We're not interested in having those people attend at all. But if they're genuine in wanting to learn some things, then that's really, really a great opportunity.
Well, and that's like Robert Kiyosaki. He was telling me he was on a phone call with you, what, Friday?
Yeah,
Friday,
Thursday. So. Every Thursday we have a call.
Thursday, yeah. So he was telling me, like, as soon as he heard about this GameStop thing, he had to talk to you. So
yeah, we had fun.
That's as much praise as I can give you.
In fact, really this is a good point, is we do a Zoom call just like this with the advisors. And so, we always learn from each other. So Robert, he had me, walk all the advisors through this. And that really is what I'll be sharing with everyone else. I'm going to do this. I'm really going to do the same thing I shared with the advisors in that meeting with everyone, anyone that wants to know, what we think about and how we're doing it.
So that's kind of a big deal. Like, those are closed door meetings. I'm not even allowed to go in those meetings.
I don't know if it's that big of a deal.
It is. Like, I even talked to Robert and Kim, hey, can we record these and let our viewers hear it? And they're like, nope, this is just for us. So this is a big deal that you're going to share this with us. I'm crazy excited.
It'll be fun. It's a great opportunity for learning. I'm going to help people get a hold of their emotions. I'm not a guy who day trades and all that type of crap. That's not my thing. However, there are things to know about this. There are things to learn about this. And I talked to Noah, who runs our mentor club, and I said, hey, throw on some trades in GameStop. Let's show people, because they're going to do it, regardless. So we've got what I think is kind of a smart position on that without any risk in it, which is, you're right. That's not something I
have never heard.
I almost hesitate to say, and I want to, in fact, disclaimer, it didn't start risk-free. We made it risk-free. When we started out, it had risk for sure, but it had limited risk. So that's important. But yeah, no risk, no goodies, but we'll cover it. That's the bottom line. So
okay, cool. And I tell you,
tomorrow night.
Yep, and everyone wants to learn this, so you can be the cool guy at the water cooler. I'm telling you right now.
I'll bring that up one more time, because if I say tomorrow night and someone sees this tomorrow morning, they might think it's the wrong time. So let's do the exact times.
And you know what, Andy, I'll put a link in the show notes too.
Okay, great. Tuesday, February 2nd and Wednesday, February 3rd. We're going to do 2 days on this, and people can, it's all about attitude. Say, really, you're going to take 2 days to learn this? Or really, you'll give me 2 days on this? No charge? Well, it's all in an attitude. So there we go. That's what we'll do, winning the GameStop game. And we'll have some fun with, I actually know a lot about GameStop, because it's such a company that's been shorted so heavily. A couple of years ago, I made it part of one of my regular trainings, and we talked about it from a fundamental standpoint. So I actually have some familiarity with the history of it and where it's going. And I'll just say I was following GameStop long before last week. So
very cool. Very cool. Well, all right, Andy, thank you for jumping on this. I know it was literally 10 seconds before we started, but
that's how you and I roll, bud.
I know, but I really felt everybody who watches or listens to the Stockcast would definitely want to participate in this. So thanks for jumping on.
Nothing to lose other than just, we're going to have a ton of fun talking about this. We're going to have some laughs along the way and some really powerful lessons and insights.
Very cool. All right, Andy, thank you so much, man.
All right, Greg.
All right, see you Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, man. Cool.
All right, bye.